Hello, my name is Steve Gerhardt, and this is the Unagi Observer. This week I just wanted to do a short video on an iconic Japanese weapon called the Naginata. The Naginata is an easily recognizable weapon from early Japan. The shaft is around 4 to a little under 8 feet long. The curved blade set into the shaft is between 1 and 2 feet long. The length is usually determined by the user. Men use the larger sizes while women would use the smaller ones. The history of the Naginata is a little bit mysterious. While there are mentions of a weapon used in Japan that resembles the Naginata, it isn't really called that until a manuscript from 1146 AD describes it exactly and calls it by its real name. It is rumored to have been invented by warrior Buddhist monks called Shoei sometime during the Heian period, which was from 710 to 794 AD. But the earliest known artifacts date back late into the 1100s to early 1200s, despite being described in 1146 AD. So while having a mysterious beginning, it became a popular and well-used weapon during medieval and feudal Japan. The Naginata's usefulness was proven during the Genpei War, which lasted from 1180 to 1185 AD. This war was due to a power struggle between two powerful clans that had a huge influence in the imperial court, the Taira and the Minamoto. In the end, the Minamoto clan won. This war would evolve warfare in Japan. The use of cavalry was widely used for the first time in this war, and the first thing to come out of this conflict, and the second thing to come out of this conflict, was the Naginata, which was used as a counter to the cavalry. The Naginata was very effective in killing horses and taking men out of their saddles. During the next 400 years or so, the Naginata was a weapon of choice. Unlike some highly specialized and crafted weapons, the Naginata could be used by peasants, foot soldiers, and samurai. And it wasn't until the introduction of the Kagekashima matchlock that the Naginata fell in popularity on the battlefield starting in 1543. But while its use was decreased on the battlefield, the Naginata still held respect and became more of a personal weapon of self-defense within a castle or homestead. Also, as women were allowed to train as samurai, the Naginata became a respectable and useful weapon for women of both the noble and samurai classes. In fact, for many of the samurai, a Naginata would be considered as a part of their daughter's dowry. The Naginata has a huge impact on warfare history within Japan. It was the main weapon of a very famous woman warrior named Hengaku Gozen, a woman who was the daughter of a samurai. Being taught on how to use the Naginata, she used the weapon while leading a force of 3,000 warriors against an army of 10,000 and managed to slay quite a few before being wounded by an arrow. This one example led the way for women to develop particular martial arts schools that centered on the Naginata and that are still being taught today. Alright, that is it for the history of the Naginata. My name is Steve Gerhardt. This is the Unagi Observer, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.